We're joined today by Darren Fry with Water Street Solutions. Darren, as we look at this corn market, about a week ago we poked up over $8. And that has a lot of questions about, well, where do we go from here? What's possible? What factors are playing into this market longer term? What do you see out there?
Well, historically, it is a very high price, but we're only in spring. We haven't planted a crop yet, and there's a lot of things that could go right or wrong during this growing season. What we see around the globe, Clinton is Chinese corn is $12, and we're seeing corn in Brazil be over $8, and they have a drought going on in that safrinha crop. So it's hard to say if they'll grow that top yield or not and make those numbers that both CONAB and USDA has put out. And then you have our crop, and you have a smaller acreage number to start. So I think we're going to lift corn here as we get into May, June still. I think there's upside, but we are in unprecedented times and unprecedented levels for this time of year. So volatility will continue to be front and center.
Have we settled the acreage question? I mean, at this point, are we just kind of going to expect the acres that we have, or is there a chance that corn could try to buy a few more acres here? Because it doesn't feel like they could buy a whole bunch.
Well, I don't know if we've settled it. That's a great question. I guess I was thinking in my mind that if we saw the ratio from soybeans to corn get under 2.0, get down to 1.9 or even 1.85, you're buying all kinds of corn acres. But with the cost of fertilizer, that's a challenge for some farmers. They just are not going to run the numbers and say, I'm going to do it even though I'm taking a lot of risk with this fertilizer. They're just going to stick to the rotations. I think some farmers will switch, but they need the incentive to do so. And we got the weather kind of going against this. I mean, if this was an early planting season where we're already 20% planted and we got nice weather ahead of us, I think we would get those acres. But I'm just not sure. The later we get, that favors smaller acres in corn unless we really see price incentivize them and larger bean acres.
Great point, Darren. Sure appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back with more Ag Day coming up in just a minute.
Thank you.